The standoff at universities across the United States has forced a national confrontation over U.S. policy on Israel and its war on Gaza. The national divide is reflected at the epicenter of the protest movement on New York's Columbia University campus. Israeli flags and Palestinian flags marking the conflict half a world away. Demonstrators say despite hundreds of arrests here and across the country and the university's calls for them to leave, they will remain in their encampment. They're demanding the university divest from investments with ties to Israel and its war on Gaza.
We are calling upon Columbia University to divest, disclose, and provide amnesty for all students and faculty disciplined in the movement for Palestinian liberation. Those are our central demands, and until those are met, we will not be going anywhere. We will continue to protest.
Muslim American Congresswoman Ilhan Omar voiced her support for the demonstrators inside their encampment on Thursday.
I mean, young people have always pushed our government to do better, whether it was through the civil rights movement, whether it's been to end the Vietnam War. And I think that they are on the right side of history in pushing our country to not stay complacent in the genocide that's taking place in Gaza.
A sea of new Israeli flags silently appeared this week meters from the student zone of occupation that has drawn the eyes of the world, where a lone counter-protester condemned the demonstration.
This hate has to stop! Jewish and Israeli students are not here to ask for your pity, but as leaders, to stand against a radical flame of hate and racism. This is a tipping point in history.
The protests and tent encampments have spread from coast to coast, from New York to suburban Chicago's Northwestern University, to Harvard and Cambridge, Massachusetts, to the University of New Mexico, and dozens of campuses in between. Students at Columbia University have started a national conversation. Whatever happens here or at other campuses, those protests can get shut down in one place, but that conversation has spread to campuses across the U.S., and they say there's no stopping that.
Not another nickel! Not another dime!
As the clock ticks down to the final weeks of classes, universities across the U.S. are deciding whether to hold graduation ceremonies punctuated by encamped protesters' calls for justice. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, New York.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.